All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Freedom Revolution call. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy you're here. My name is Brooke Wills. I am a sales coordinator with the Juice Plus company, and I'm here with my friends Sarah, Josh, and Lisa, who you'll be hearing from in a bit. You've been invited to this call because somebody cares very much about you and your health and wants to share this message of healthy living. It's as simple as that. He or she has most likely experienced a big shift in their life and probably their own health because of what we are sharing. And they want you to know a little bit about it too. So this event will be fun. You won't have to buy or sign up for anything. There's no obligations here. We're just here to share some quick information and stories with you. Just a couple housekeeping things. If you're new to Zoom, please make sure your line is muted, just so we don't have any background noise as I'm hearing birds in my window right now. You do have the choice to turn off your video option as well, although we do love seeing your faces. There will be a time for question and answers at the end. So if you do have any questions throughout, we will take a few minutes at the end of our presentation. So Sarah is going to start sharing our screen here so you can see the slides. And just to kick it off, I'd like to ask you a question. You can just think about it too. Would you agree that being healthy today is challenging? I think most of us would say yes. We are all very busy and it's getting harder and harder to fit it all in. There's increasing amounts of toxins in our environment and in our food. There's just a lot of things to look out for. We would all love to look good, feel good, and live a long life. Unfortunately, that can be complicated, unpleasant, confusing. I know a lot of people are very overwhelmed when it comes to getting or continuing to be healthy. This is where we come in, and we would like to introduce you to our Healthy Living Revolution. And that is where we're taking healthy back in some simple, doable, fun ways. And we come alongside those who want better health and meet them where they're at. And we just really empower some positive changes along the way. It's all about progress, not perfection. None of us are perfect in our health journey. We're going to take you through the following 3 entries to use this healthy living around the world. We do provide free resources, nutritional support, and some organization that makes it all possible. The team has created a selection of really awesome resources for you. We have a cookbook of clean and easy recipes. There's lots of short webinars of trending health topics, a home fitness series, and our Start Strong program, which is designed to raise up a generation of active, healthy children with a positive body image and good nutritional habits. The second way we're committed to helping others is through nutrition, which is the foundation of good health. We must flood our bodies with the most important food we could ever eat, which is raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. This is not only good for you, they're absolutely critical. If anybody knows how many servings we're supposed to get every day, we're supposed to eat a wide variety of 9 to 13 servings every day. Preferably raw, and about the size of your fist is considered a serving. So 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables is a lot of food to process every day. And I don't know probably anybody that necessarily does all of that. I think it would be really challenging to get that all in. And just if you take a second to think about it, how many days in the past week have you eaten 9 to 13 servings of raw fruits, vegetables, and berries? So even the best eaters need help. And that's why we're so thankful to offer the nutritional support of these Juice Plus products. And you can see here the wide variety of fruits and vegetables that are in these capsules. Juice Plus is made up of over 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. This is non-GMO and NSF certified to be pure. That NSF certification is a third party that comes in and they can test the product at any given time to prove that what is on the label is in the product and what's on the product is in the label and there's nothing else in there. We like to call it a salad in a capsule. And if you've heard the phrase eat the rainbow, that just means that you're eating lots of foods coming from different colors that have the fruits and vegetables that have different phytonutrients that work harmoniously in our body. And it's exactly what our cells need. And it makes Juice Plus makes it easy to eat the rainbow every day. It's also important to understand the process that these plants go through to be encapsulated and put into chewable form. Our fruits, vegetables, and berries are completely vine ripened, which is important because a lot of the produce that we see in stores is cut way before it's ripe to ensure that it ships properly to stores. And so we lose a lot of that nutritional value. So we work with particular farmers that specialize in certain crops to make sure that we're getting the best of the best. They remain attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed. So then the fruits and vegetables are ground up, which is better than simply juicing it. They do use the entire food, including the peels, leaves, seeds, and whatever else is possible to provide the most nutrition. So for example, in an orange peel, which we don't eat, that's not good, is about 80% of the vitamin C that the orange contains. So we're not eating that when we're eating an orange, but when you're taking Juice Plus, that is encapsulated in there with the rest of the fruits and vegetables. So they're slowly dried at low temperature, preserving those live nutrients, and then they're put into capsules and chewables to make it easy to take every day. Here's some things that we all love about Juice Plus. It is scientifically proven. It is the most researched nutritional product in the world. We now have 39 published peer-reviewed studies that can be seen in medical journals from prestigious universities. And it is not a food, or I'm sorry, it is a food, not a vitamin. I don't know if you can see this label or not, but it is a nutrition label. It's the same label you're going to see on a frozen bag or a bag of frozen broccoli in the grocery store. The government does consider this food. There's no warning label. It is safe for people of all ages, pregnant, nursing mothers, children, elderly, and even professional athletes. And along with the Juice Plus fruit, vegetable, and berry capsules, we do have a few other products that we think are really exciting. This is our Juice Plus Omega Blend. It's made up from 6 plant sources, which gives us a sustainable and safe option to get omegas in. It does contain a full spectrum, which a lot of us hear about the benefits of omega-3s, but this is omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. They each come from a different plant source, and the oils are encapsulated using a brand new low temperature technology, so none of those oils are damaged in the process. And it skips the fish. A lot of research is out there saying that it's really difficult to maintain the amount of fish that it takes to extract fish oil. And who wants to be eating fish oil? I don't know if any of you have experienced those fish burps, but they're really gross. And they kind of taste like an orange dreamsicle. They have pomegranate oil, let's see, sea buckthorn berry. So a lot of different oils in there, and we're skipping that fish. So another product that I know that we're all fans of on this call is the Chocolate and Vanilla Complete. This is a vegan, gluten-free, whole food protein. It contains fiber, amino acids, fruit and vegetables in a shake. And it is great for a quick breakfast, pre or post-workout, healthy snack. There's a lot of different recipes available. Also, we do make some energy bites, and I've seen a recipe for brownies and hot chocolate, and who doesn't love to sneak some fruits and vegetables in those treats. So we also have Juice Plus Complete Bars, which is basically a granola bar. There's 2 different flavors, and it's a lot of the same ingredients, so those a really good source of plant protein and fiber. And next up is our Tower Garden, and this is an excellent way to help people add more healthy fruits and vegetables in their diet. You can grow right in your own living room if you want. I have a Tower Garden in my classroom where my 2- and 3-year-old preschoolers get to help harvest some healthy foods, and we just had a salad off of our tower the other day, and they get to be a part of that process. So this is an aeroponic growing system. You can grow indoors and outdoors. And this is our friend Melissa here with I think that's a big bunch of cilantro or parsley, I don't know. But I've seen that in her home, and it is absolutely beautiful. And you can walk over right off your Tower Garden and eat straight from it. And what's more fresh than that? So we also have a 4-month program with a 10-day jumpstart called the Shred 10. This is to help people jumpstart their health in a fun, supportive community. You can do the 10-day jumpstart just once, but many people have loved doing it on a monthly basis. This is a program for anybody that wants to jump in and take control of their health and get results fast. You'll probably have people asking you about it because you'll look and feel amazing. I love that I usually pick up a new healthy habit or a recipe every time. There is a Facebook group attached to this program, so you can get that community feeling of support and accountability. And we also provide a cookbook, and there's some online resources for you to learn more about what this process is doing in your body as well. We are going to jump into some product stories right now. So I would love to hear from Sarah and just about how these Juice Plus products have impacted your life.
Sure. Thanks, Brooke. So I have grown up, I've been active my whole life. I grew up as a dancer and then went to college and majored in dance. And nutrition was just not something that I focused on at all. I was blessed with a mom who is an amazing cook. So growing up, we had really delicious, fresh, healthy meals all the time. And then I went to college and was left to fend for myself, and that very quickly turned into the pizza and French fry diet. And I was just not fueling my body for the 40 to 60 hours of dance classes and rehearsals that I was doing every week. For me, that turned into feeling really lethargic and just down and depressed all the time. I remember drinking an entire pot of coffee every single day just to make it through the day, and that's not an exaggeration, unfortunately. My brain was foggy. I was not recovering from dance classes and workouts, and I just felt terrible. My weight was fluctuating all over the place in college, which is kind of rough in this day and age for anyone, but especially for a young female dance major is like your worst nightmare, basically. So it was really rough, and I felt just frustrated all the time to feel like I was not performing my best in this field that I was so passionate about. Luckily, I had some very wonderful friends who kind of nudged me in the right direction, and I started eating a lot more plants, fruits, vegetables, and a lot less dairy and meat. And that's about the same time that my wonderful friend and former dance teacher, Erin, Josh's wife, reached out to me about Juice Plus. And I was not 100% sold on it right away, but I trusted Erin and knew that she would not be reaching out to me about it if it wasn't something important. And I'm an all or nothing kind of person, so I just jumped on board with all of the products right away. And within literally a month, I felt a 100% difference. I noticed that I have the most energy I've ever had. I can't even like touch coffee anymore because I'll be shaking for hours and I get super anxious. I am recovering from workouts so much better. I'm not sore for a week afterwards, which is pretty nice. I'm at a much more just stable weight and mood. And along with that, I just feel way more confident about it. My mindset has shifted a lot from focusing on achieving a certain result versus just fueling my body for what I want it to do every single day. And a really big thing for me, and it sounds a little cheesy when I say it, but it's been really impactful, is that my hair and skin is way healthier than it's ever been. When I say that I was not blessed with nice skin, I mean that I was not blessed with nice skin at all. I've been on every single acne product that exists, including a round of Accutane, which was just the worst thing ever. I do have one little zit that, of course, is the first one in like months, and it popped up right in time for this call. So I was like, okay, great. But that's okay. But these days I wake up and go to work without any makeup on at all. And I can remember days in high school and middle school just like sobbing in my room, not wanting to leave the house because I was so embarrassed of like how my skin looked. So just to be on the other side of that is pretty amazing. And just to see that I didn't need to pump my body full of these chemicals from the dermatologist, I could just eat better and drink more water and eat fruits and vegetables, and I would get the results that I was wanting. So that's a bit about my story.
That's so awesome. My skin was one of the first things I noticed too. So it's crazy to think like, even if you don't have an issue with that, there's always room for improvement. So I'm always happy to hear about when our cells are happy getting all of this plant nutrition and what the difference it can make. Thanks so much for sharing. Josh, would you like to go next?
I would. Hi, everybody. My name is Josh Kelleher. I live in Portland, Oregon. It's kind of fun because part of my life I grew up in Elgin, Illinois. So I know I heard Justin's from Elgin. That's pretty fun. And then Emily's on right now, and she's in Portland right now. So I got Elgin, Portland connection. I live in Portland with my beautiful wife, Erin, Sarah's ex-dance teacher. And then we have two kids, a 3 and a 1-year-old named Keegan and Lucy, and they keep us very, very busy. 5 years ago, my wife brought this Juice Plus thing up to me very briefly, and I was like, yeah. Crazy MLM scam. Nope, not doing that. And then 4 years ago, she was like, hey, I kind of really am interested in this. And I was like, how much is it? No, it's way too expensive. That's no go. So 3 years ago, for her birthday, which is also Christmas, she talked her parents into buying Juice Plus for her. And within a month, I saw big changes in her. December to January in our house, we were usually like headache season for Erin and also sickness for Erin for cough or something. And it was the first time since we've been together for 5 years where she wasn't getting sick. And I traveled for a living at the time. I was an installation engineer traveling all over the world. So, I packed my echinacea and I packed my emergency and I packed all my pills to take with me to stay healthy while I was on the road, and I was still getting sick about 3-4 times a year. So she finally was like, hey, I'm feeling much better. You gonna try this out or what? So she dared me and I did. And for me, I'm gonna do a little TMI here, but the very first thing I noticed when I started eating Juice Plus within the first month was I was regular for the first time in my life, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you don't have a bowel movement like daily and you don't know that that's normal and then you start feeling the difference, it's unbelievably amazing to be like, this has been horrible. I didn't know I could feel this good. So for me, like I said, I was on the road 12 days, traveling all over the place in a factory environment, and I no longer was getting sick for that entire year. Like first time not sick probably my entire life within the year span. Always more energy. Another big thing for me, which if you ask my mom to now my wife, is I was craving fruits and vegetables to eat, which that had never happened before in my life. So those are big changes for me. I was an athlete my entire life, run marathons, triathlete, wrestler, mixed martial arts fighter. And for me, one of the biggest takeaways is how little I understood about nutrition. But the aha moment for me with the Juice Plus is what something Brooke already covered, is this product for me. I saw it as some supplement on the supplement market. And as soon as it took me a year, I'm not going to lie, to realize like, holy crap, this is a nutrition label controlled by the FDA. My brain couldn't wrap it around that because it's in a capsule form. So when I grew up with you need A, B, C, E, get your multivitamin. There's no scientific research whatsoever that does anything positive for you. Whereas like bridging a gap of like 30 fruits and veggies in your body every day makes such a huge difference in the composition of how I felt every day. So that's a little bit about my story. I could go on and on, but the scientific research is pretty unbelievable from like someone who is in the science world. Once I started digging into that, I'll get more into that in my business story, Brooke, but that's pretty much a little bit about me.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. The science is what got me as well. So,
Yeah.
And BMI or not, regularity is a huge issue for a lot of people. So thank you for touching on that. I know a lot of children struggle with that, a lot of adults. So knowing that these fruits and veggies are working in that way is awesome too. Thanks so much. Lisa, are you up next?
There.
Lisa,
Now can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So when I reached my 50s, I started paying attention to my parents and their health. And I also teach fitness classes to active older adults. And the message that I was getting from these older people was, as you get older, you get sick, you feel bad, all this stuff happens to you, and then you die. And I don't want to accept that. I did not want to go down that route. So about 10 years ago, I kind of started paying attention to food and how it impacts your body. And I tried juicing, which is a lot of work. It's expensive. And I really disliked the time that it took and the cleaning of the juicing machine. So that wasn't a good solution for me. And then I also tried a raw diet, which lasted about 2 days, because that is even more difficult than juicing. Everything's cold, and in the winter you want something warm. So that didn't work for me either. But it was about at that time that a friend of mine introduced me to Juice Plus and explained that I can get 30 different varieties of fruits and vegetables into my diet through a capsule. And that made so much sense to me because it was simple. And that's all it took for me. So I started on the product and it has made a huge difference in my overall health and in the way I feel. And it really is all about how you feel, like Sarah was saying. Stop worrying about how you look and worry more about how you feel, and the looks will come. So it was really speaking to me. And so now I've been on Juice Plus for about 5 years, but some of the immediate things that I experienced were hair, skin, and nails. Had a lot of people commenting on my complexion and were asking, what are you doing? What product are you using? Expecting it to be something that you're applying on the outside. And I said, no, I'm pretty sure it's the Juice Plus, and it's taking care of the inside so my body can do what it's supposed to do in terms of your skin and your health. And so that was a big one. As I mentioned earlier, I teach group fitness classes. And at the time, I was teaching 4 classes a week. And I now teach 9. And, this is several years ago. And you would think as I'm getting older that I would be decreasing the number of classes that I'm teaching. And here I am increasing it. And it's because my body doesn't hurt. It's because my body can recover from the workouts. And because I'm fueling my body with what it needs to be able to function. And so I feel better now that I'm pretty close to 60 than I did when I was in my 40s. And I am attributing that to the power of whole food nutrition that you get simply in Juice Plus capsules and the complete. So yeah,
Wow,
I'm not going back.
that's so awesome. I always forget you're almost 60 because you
Yeah,
don't look
me
that way.
too.
And you are the person that introduced me to Juice Plus, so I am forever thankful for that. Thank you so much for sharing. So we are going a little bit over our time, so if you do need to go, we will respect that, but we will go through the next portion of this to the business portion, which is our Freedom Revolution. The main mission of the Juice Plus company is to bring freedom through improved health. It's important to know that about 80% of Juice Plus is used by happy customers who have no affiliation with the company. Serving these customers are those of us who have partnered with the Juice Plus company as a business opportunity. We are paid well to do a lot of good in the world. So as you listen to our stories, you might be thinking of somebody in your life that might need to hear what's possible. And we have the slideshow back up. This is our Juice Plus home office here. This business is open to anybody 18 years or older. It's called a virtual franchise, and it is $50 a year to own. And I recently heard the president of our company say he should have made it $52 a year so that it was $1 a week. So if you think about it, it's even less than that to own your own business. The representatives have an online office and a personal website. You can run your business through any device, anytime, or anywhere. We earn residual income simply by sharing Juice Plus and doing events like this by word of mouth to our friends, and the company does the rest. They manufacture Juice Plus to deliver, bill, and collect from customers, and pay us direct deposit monthly. There's no inventory to keep on hand or to get out to your customers. Our own Juice Plus products that we buy are the only products that we keep. So all commission levels are permanent. There's no quotas or minimums. It's the freedom to choose, go at your own individual pace. What I love is that there's no glass ceiling on income. Everybody gets paid the same based on the levels that you're at. There's no territorial restrictions. And the Juice Plus company is in over 22 countries. We just celebrated our 25th anniversary. The founder and president, Jay Martin, is still at the head today. We are privately held, debt-free, and a multi-billion-dollar company. So there is a family benefits package at the top position that includes medical, dental, disability, life, long-term care, chiropractic, prescriptions. There is college assistance, holiday bonus, and a monthly expense allowance. It's a very comprehensive package for the top of the company. So this business, you can produce short-term cash or long-term wealth building and become a retirement strategy for you. That not only do they inspire healthy living, but healthy giving as well. And that is one of our founders' main missions. We have impacted over 1 million families so far with free Juice Plus for children ages 4 through a full-time college student through our Healthy Starts for Families program. And that is something that you can ask the person that invited you about. It is an awesome program. We're also the title sponsor of the St. Jude Memphis Marathon, and we're highly involved in the Boys and Girls Club and Volunteers of America. So now that you've heard a little bit about this awesome company, I would love to get back to my friends and just hear a little bit about their business stories. If you could kick us off, Sarah.
Sure. So I partnered with the company because I loved the products, I wanted to share them, and I wanted to make money to do it, and that's pretty much it. But there have been 2 things that have really surfaced since partnering with the company that I did not expect. The first one is the culture and the community around Juice Plus. we moved, my now fiance and I moved to Philadelphia about 2 years ago from Midwest. And this is the first time in my life that I haven't had like a tribe of people around me that I feel really connected to. And they don't teach you in college how hard it is to make friends as adults. It's like way too hard for some reason. And that's been honestly really hard, just to be transparent. It's been really hard to move out to a new place and not have like my people here. But I've been so happy and blessed and fortunate and love having my Juice Plus family that I can connect to. Like Lisa and Brooke are in Ohio, and Josh and Aaron are out in Portland, and I'm in Philly, but we talk every week, if not every day. So it's been just such a blessing to have this group of people who are wonderful and strong and lovely and great people who are like-minded and just want to help other people, to like have my back throughout all of this. It was something that I was not expecting, and it's been amazing. The other part of it is I work as a full-time therapist, and I love what I do, but I hate where I do it. I'm really, really sick of being in a hospital and not having any opportunity for growth within the company, and not getting paid enough, and having the people, it's a corporate hospital, so the people who make the decisions about my everyday life are the ones that I'll never meet because they sit in the corporate office somewhere. And that to me is really frustrating. On top of that, my fiance is a musician. So we've found our way into these really wonderful fields, but fields that are not lucrative at all. And I know that this side income, my Juice Plus business that I can build around my own schedule, is going to be the vehicle to let us stay focused on what we're passionate about. The thought of Mike waking up and having to go to a job that he hates every day makes me like sick to my stomach to even think about. So I feel really lucky and blessed that we have this side income that's going to allow us to stay focused on what we're passionate about and not have to compromise just to pay the bills. So that's a bit about why I love this company.
Yeah, that's so awesome. There's so much hope in knowing that we can earn residual income and keep it. Thanks so much. Josh, would you like to share next?
Yeah, definitely. Wow, thanks, Sarah. Awesome. So Aaron and I had such great results within 2 years of Juice Plus that we started talking to people naturally about it, just like you would if you're like, hey man, I really love my car. Except in this case, Juice Plus was like the vehicle to improve health and well-being and our actual lives. So we were like wanting to tell our friends and family about it, and it came natural to us. At the same time, Erin was pregnant with our first, with our little boy, our first kid, and she ended up wanting to stay home. I wanted her to stay home with our son. So this is something where we like jumped into the business, kind of like, okay, well, we'll pay for our Juice Plus and we'll make a little extra income from it. We're already talking to people about it. It's natural. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into in terms of how great the business is. If I was skeptical about the product, I was way more skeptical about the business. And in both cases, I was pretty blown away by the results. Like Sarah said, the community itself is really amazing. But the business structure for me, as a guy who's like business minded, I had my own photography business. I work in the corporate world. I work at Boeing. I do a job that I'm really good at, but I hate. It's not something that I like. Wait, like what Sarah described. I'm basically Mike, like what you're afraid of, Sarah. I'm Mike right now that your fear. But the goal of us taking this business venture on is to put us on a 5-year plan where I can quit my job and we can travel for a living and we can show our kids a life of passion and we can start our own 501c3 about something that we're passionate about. So I know we're going on long here. I'm going to cut mine kind of short, but I want to just end my part with this, that like, for me, if you have any questions about this product or this business, look at the science. For me, this Juice Plus separates itself from any other MLM, any other business structure. It's multi-level marketing, direct sales, the business, combined with being an entrepreneur, with having your own virtual franchise, $50 for a year, with website, everything else included. But then it's also corporate. They take care of everything on the corporate side, and once you max out, you have all of your own health and medical and dental, which is what it makes me a slave to the corporate world, except this is a vehicle where I don't have to have that once we get to our end goal. So look at the science, look at the business. The science, I always say, is like the brick, and the love and care about others of this business is kind of the mortar. And that's why I really love this community. So
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. I hate to hear that you hate your job, but I know that there's so much in your and Aaron's future, just from what I've seen so far. And you're totally right about this business setting itself apart from other MLM companies. I was involved in one, and my family has been involved in different ones, and it's kind of hard until you're in it. But this community is so different. It's hard to even describe sometimes, but I will let Lisa wrap it up for us. Thanks, Josh.
Okay. Well, I was a full-time mom. I homeschooled my kids, and I was a wife, and I loved all of that. And then the kids grew up, and they left home, and I became single. And so I was at a point in my life where I realized that I had to take responsibility for my future. And so when I found Juice Plus 5 years ago, my health changed as a result of the product, and then as a result of the business, I realized that I didn't have to go back into the corporate world where you're trading where you're trading time for dollars. And it's also something where I'm actually getting to help other people. And I truly believe that if you can change or help someone change their health for the better, one person, you are impacting the world because of what that person and the ripple effect of what they are then able to go and do. So it's extremely rewarding. And I have not had to give up going and visiting my grandkids, getting to spend time with my children while they're growing their families. And there isn't anything else out there that allows you to earn an income and still have that flexibility and that time freedom to be able to do those things. So now I feel like I'm earning some money, and I'm on my way to some financial independence. And like everyone else has said, the Juice Plus family is just that. It has become a second family to me. And most of my current friends talk about difficulty in making friends when you're young. It's not any easier when you're older either, Sarah. So know that. But through Juice Plus, I have made a lot of friends around, well, I won't say around the world, but I will say across the United States because of Juice Plus. It's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely consider our Juice Plus family my second family. It's some of my absolute favorite people in the world. And I wouldn't know any of them without this opportunity. So thanks so much for sharing, Lisa. So we are going to flip it back to our slides really quickly and wrap it up again. Sorry for going over. Thank you so much for sticking in there with us. This is just some of the fun that we get to have together. And we are really excited to network with a couple different types of people, people who are ready to take the next step in their health, whether that's checking out our free resources or making your life easier by adding Juice Plus and partnering with you in your health. It only costs a few dollars a day. Your kids can get it for free. And it's the simplest, most convenient, and affordable way to get massive amounts of nutrition into busy families. So also anybody wanting to earn a stable residual income, you just heard from my friends here that they are enjoying their Juice Plus business, and in order to expand their options while making a difference. This Freedom Revolution gives parents financial peace of mind. They can choose to stay home with their parents or stay home with their kids instead of sending their kids off to daycare. Hardworking people like Josh that hate their job have that hope of someday getting to earn their own money on their own time. And college kids can build this as a side gig to help pay for school without having to get a job. Empty nesters can increase retirement. So there's just endless possibilities for every generation out there. This business opportunity can be simply to earn a discount on your own products, work it as a side hustle, or dive all in and take advantage of those awesome benefit package. So this is, it all takes place using a simple system within a positive, really fun community that we like to call the Juice Plus family. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Whether you're on here live or watching the recording, we ask that you share this message with anyone that you know who needs to hear about it. There's so many people out there struggling with chronic diseases or trying to make ends meet, and this can be a really easy solution to both of those. So we would like you to make an informed decision, and if there are questions, we're going to stop the recording in just a second so you can get those questions answered, so that you can hopefully take a proactive step and set yourself up for success and a lifetime of health and vitality. So knowledge is power, and but knowledge without action is useless. So go ahead and use this information and share it and make a difference. So thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your night. Go ahead and stop the recording, and we'll stick around for questions.